and what a great day to sew something wonderful. I'm Kia with Kia B.
This is Tech Guy from the Hive.
And welcome to Flosstube. We're so excited to have you back today. We are trying a little bit of a different camera setup. I know y'all are frustrated.
As much as we are.
Super frustrated that a lot of our market haul you couldn't see. It was out of focus. We were just getting really frustrated with our DSLR. And so we're trying a little bit different camera setup. So we want your feedback in the comments and all the things. I know I look like I put my finger in a socket, but I did not.
It looks like I lost my hair.
And it looks, yes. So you're seeing a lot more of our space now with this specific camera setup, which is super fun. I love that you can like kind of see an overall picture.
I feel underdressed. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a moment.
Why?
You've got a nice sweater. I've got like this fox race.
Okay, this like is the epitome of quarantine right now. 1 o'clock. So that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
That's anytime.
Yeah, true. 1 o'clock.
Not this time, but just anytime.
Yes.
So yes, please comment below. Please let us know if this is working for you.
Yeah. I think we'll be able to like show things a lot closer. You'll be able to see things a lot better. For this particular setup. Now for our other videos, we'll go back to like our normal camera and setup and everything. Okay, maybe.
I mean, we're just gonna shoot from the hip and just roll with it. Yeah.
So I've had a lot of stitching time this week.
I did too.
Did you?
I've actually had
on your 2 days off.
I think I've had 6+ hours of stitching time, and it was very productive.
Yeah, which is not
which I'll go talk about that with my whip. In a little bit.
Right. So he has like a normal 2 days off a week, and he's actually still working right now, which we're actually not going to talk about all that stuff because you guys are having enough of that happen in the world right now. Like, we are not going to talk about it at all.
You can tune in for positivity and encouragement right here. So
So
I'm fine. I'm still working. That's all we're going to say about that.
For today.
Today. We're just going to go with it.
Yeah. So, I've got some good stitching done this week, and I'm really excited about it.
This week, man.
Yeah.
I think I said in my Instagram, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, it's Tech Guy in the Hive. Every space is _. Just follow me. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that bell, hit all, so you can get all the content from us.
Yes.
Because, we just don't know where this is going to go.
Yeah.
So, I want you to be informed.
We love, what do you mean you don't know where this is going to go?
We might do a daily thing.
Oh, like a day. I was like, what do you mean? Are we going somewhere?
Just in the hive. Just circling in the hive.
Are we going somewhere?
I mean, no.
I saw a meme this week that said, it's 8 p.m. It's time to change out of your day pajamas into your night pajamas. I thought that was hysterical.
I feel like that's our peanut.
Yes. Oh, our little guy, our youngest, is obsessed with pajamas. Like, obsessed. We are not a pajama family. Like, no. Even though we homeschool, that's like a common misconception. Even though we homeschool, we do not allow our kids to wear pajamas all day long, every day. But he has a mind of his own and does what he wants.
And you know what? With all the steps and leaps and jumps he's done, I'm okay with it because he changes himself in different pajamas, costumes. We're gonna take it. So I'm gonna take it for a win.
Yeah. So let's get into stitching. Do you want to go first?
I would love to go first.
Sure.
So I'm still on, and I'm not saying it just like,
Dude, you've had more than 6 hours of stitching time.
I can tell you off the top of my head, it's at least 6 hours.
Yes, because we've done 2 3-hour sessions.
Man, I can't wait to talk about that.
We can talk about it now.
I mean, we'll kind of sprinkle it in.
Okay.
We're just kind of like little sprinkles on your Sunday.
It's your show. I'm just in it.
It's the opposite. All right.
Look how close you're going to get to see this.
Guys and girls, that is what I'm working on right now. So 6 hours. I'm just chomping at the bit right now. Just a really cool time that I was able to stitch with friends via technology. If you guys have seen my posts, trying to have that connection with people right now. So I've had a lot of time, and if you move, there we go. This spot right here is gonna be a lot of open spaces, and I haven't ripped out any stitches yet. I'm gonna knock on wood, but I'm just trucking along like I am. Yes, I'm gonna be done at the end of March with page 2.
Yeah. So your goal.
Page 3 and 4.
Your goal, I'm trying not to show the back.
My back is messy.
Your goal is to have this completely finished by
Mania.
Mania, correct?
If Mania doesn't start early.
Get there. I really think you're going to get there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are starting Mania early.
Yeah, I mean,
you have the time?
You have the time. So, Benjamin Drew, All Souls Sampler. Love it.
All Souls Band.
Dang. Every time.
Last week you called it a subscription box.
It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yes, it has. That's
folks.
okay.
So, luckily my wife can kind of put me on the narrow path again when I'm astray. But yes, I am just trucking along. I'm loving it.
It looks
it's my 2020 sampler, so if you're just popping on for the first time, this is my 2020 sampler.
So at the top, how this is like bare right here, it's going to be bare again here too, right? With just like
there is going to be there's going to be a huge spot here and a huge spot here, and then I'll have my initials when I'm finally done with it. I'll have my initials here and the year that I'm done with it.
Cool.
So
that's really cool.
It's cool. And a big shout out to Park Hopper Bart. I saw it on his Instagram. He did it in, I can't remember, but he did it with a cobalt blue, and I absolutely loved it. I'm like, I need to change it up. I can't copy.
Did you see the monster of a sampler he posted?
Oh, yeah.
That thing looks awesome.
Death by Stitching?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. And I might be
really
crazy
cool.
enough to put that on my wish list.
That's cool. Well, today for Common Threaded Stitchers,
it's wish list.
Which is fun. Which is really fun. And I actually went kind of on a little bit of a tangent. I would pull up my phone and read it to you, but I can't. I went on a little bit of a tangent today. It seems so strange to me to post a stitch wish list right now in what we're going through, but we have the assurance that there is a plan here. There is like something will come of this, and you know that's where we're at. And in the meantime, we are going to distract ourselves. And you know, I said it so much better on Instagram than it's coming out now.
So check her up on Instagram. Can it be cool too?
But I don't know.
It's a time that people can encourage others, and if you're going to send a chart of someone's wishy stitch list, and be like, hey, I'm going to send this to you. I think you'll love it. Here you go. Just want to bless someone else with it.
It's a great opportunity.
It's a great opportunity. I'm not saying that like...
And it's a great opportunity to think of how you can support your LNS as well.
Ooh.
So, you know, they're really struggling, guys, and they're going to struggle for many, many months to come. And any way that you can support them,
do it, please.
They need it now more than ever.
Yep.
And so, you know, so like I said, we are distracting ourselves with Stitchy wish list.
Yep. Anyway, we'll be off our soapbox. I'm sorry.
My hair's falling out. My hair's falling out. Okay. I told you it looks like I stuck my finger in a socket. What is this happening here?
That's a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on here. Okay. So, that looks beautiful and I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, so my stitching this week.
You have a pile.
I have a pile.
You have a pile. Do you feel productive this week?
I feel super productive.
I feel like I was more productive this week than I was when January 1 or New Year's Eve.
Sorry, I'm getting...
Before I started this sampler. Like, I felt this week has been super productive and super encouraging by friends and coworkers and things like that. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I talked about this last week. This is Hello from Liz Matthews. This is the Be Kind, Be True pattern. I started this several weeks ago, and I'm doing a SAL, like a very informal SAL that is hashtag Be an Encouragement, BEE and encouragement. And I saw this, Be Kind, Be True, and I knew I wanted to stitch this and have it framed next to my computer. Just to remind myself that there is room in this platform for everyone, and to encourage those who are taking their time out to make videos, and especially now to keep the atmosphere and environment friendly and encouraging and positive and distracting, and all of those things. And so this is where I'm at on that. I got most of this bottom part done here.
Man.
I can't remember last time if I had all the flower heads done on these or not, but I got all of this grass done. there are longer lines of grass that I will get to next. But here we go. I'm so excited you guys can see this so much closer. So, gosh, I love this. I love this. And I love this, this little, it looks like a quilt block to me right here. So
it gets you.
It gets me in all the feels.
All the feels.
Yes. And so I just love, you know, we've talked a lot on this channel about, you know, encouragement and encouraging others. And so this just, as I stitch on it, it reminds me to be encouraging to not only people who make videos and support those who make videos, but also like the people who watch them, because if y'all didn't watch them, we wouldn't make them. And so it's just really fun. And
we do enjoy doing these a lot. And we love encouraging others to jump out and do this. Again, like what she was saying earlier, it's everyone. We have so much room up here.
Oh, yeah.
Like so much room on this platform.
So much room.
And there's different personalities and different walks of life. And we need that.
Yeah.
And if you are thinking about making the jump into making a floss tube, do it. You know, what's the worst that's going to happen?
Yes.
Just make it.
If Common Threaded Stitcher has taught me one thing, it is that there are so many different people from all walks of life. That Common Threaded Stitcher did not teach me that. But it's that we do all have these common threads that bind us all together, that stitch our lives all together. And this week, more than anything, we have seen that just in our launch team. And, you know, Rika said that someone asked her, like, well, how did you get on the Common Threaded Stitcher launch team? And honestly, y'all, it wasn't like okay, I want this person on the launch team, this person. It wasn't that at all. I met all of these people. We met all of these people at StitchCon last year and just started these bonds and friendships. And now, like, obviously, Pam and Steph, we knew before StitchCon. But I met all of these people last year, and it just was like very natural for us to form friendships with each other. And, you know, I was just telling Stephanie this earlier today, you know, because of something I'm about to show you. I said, I'm going to apologize to you, and then I'm going to retract it almost immediately. She and I have been working on a SAL, overlooking your broken fences. And I have been taking forever to finish that SAL, and I don't know why, but this whole process has helped us to rely on technology more. And Common Threaded Stitcher launch team is all over the US. We are everywhere. There's some in Utah, Iowa, Rika's in Oklahoma. We're here. Pam and Steph are in Ohio. Brandy is in Ohio. Jen and Brandon are in Ohio. And so, you know, we're all over.
Kyle's all over the place.
Kyle's in Iowa. So, you know, we're all over the place. And we have used a video chat system this week.
Oh, man.
Twice now, 2 3-hour sessions where we just get on and we stitch with each other.
The last one was more than 3 hours.
Yes, last
And I'm not complaining. Like,
no,
it has been
so fun.
Got me with the feels.
Yes, like it's so, and we're connecting with each other, and we're all from all different types and all different walks of life. You know, Stephanie and I are still very young. And then we've got like middle, and we've got Pam, and we've got Debbie, and we've got
infinite wisdom.
And with their infinite wisdom. And Kefren has been able to join, and it's just been like such an amazing, amazing experience. And so I encourage you, if you feel alone, like there are people out there right now doing Instagram lives. There are people out there looking for people to stitch online with. Like, find someone who, you know, Pam and Steph are doing
Stitch Harmony.
Stitch Harmony.
So go over to their channel.
Go to their channel, type in where you're from, hashtag Stitch Harmony, and help them help you to find stitching friends, because y'all, it's making such a huge difference right now.
Right. And I would say video conferencing, because that just sounds so professional. Yeah. I think it's just a way, it's like a multiple FaceTime.
Yes, it is.
And it's
a video chat, and you know, we all get on the same, it's like a grid view, and then we all get to stitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. Like it's just been wonderful. And
it has been.
I kind of needed it because I have been worried about some people, and I wanted to make sure they were doing okay. And it's just good times. It's if like they're in our living room. Yeah. We're having like a drink, or we're having a cup of coffee, or we're having dessert, or we're whatever, finishing dinner, and we're just having a conversation as if we were in their living room, and it's been a phenomenal environment to be in.
Yeah,
and to see a piece of what they are doing at that time. Like I usually just sit on the couch and stitch, and I'll add my 2 cents here and there. But it's really good to see and hear what other people are doing. I get to see their expression. I get to hear their voice and their tone.
Yeah, and catch up. Like, with everything that happened in Utah this week, we got to like see Debbie and Kev, and something about seeing their faces and knowing that they were okay, you know, it just helped.
Puts me
lot.
At peace.
Yeah, it helped a lot. So that's all of that to say. Like, this community is amazing, and it can be amazing, and you can be such an encouragement from right where you're at. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yep.
Speaking of this community and the terrible influence that it is, I started stitching on 40 count this week. So I have had a project kit up with a 40 count piece of fabric, which is called for. Keepsakes happen to have the called for fabric for this pattern that I bought. And so I've had it kit up since we were there in October for Stitch Day.
Did you?
For Stitch Weekend.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I bought everything kitted it up in called for everything. And Stephanie started 40 count this week, and she was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And if you remember from our market haul last week, Weeks Dye Works gave us a full yard of 40 count in Confederate gray. And so I was like, you know what?
Thank you, Miranda.
Stephanie did it this week. I'm 100% going to pull out 40 count and just like go with it. So I pulled out this kit that I had, and it is Brenda Gervais Merry Mouse. I picked this up at Keepsakes, like I said, in October, Halloween weekend, or the week before Halloween. And I kit up with called for colors, called for everything. And I pulled it out this week, and I was like, if Steph can do it, I can too. And what's awesome is Liz Matthews today on a live stream was talking about how she pulled out 40 count, and she started using it because she bought a yard from R&R. Mm-hmm. And so the three of us started 40 count all in this week, and it was so fun. So let me show you.
So if you've started 40 count this week, let us know in the comments below.
So here is my progress on that.
Is there a story behind that?
Isn't that amazing? What?
You had to change something?
Oh, yes. So that's the second time I've stitched that mouse. So something about this video conference, everybody's like, oh, what are you stitching? What are you stitching? And Pam's like, Kia, what are you stitching? So I hold it up, and I only have the apron done. So I have the apron done, and then this little like flower thing right here. So I don't have any of the mouse done, any of that darker. I just have, like I said, the apron and that little flower. And she goes, it looks like a dot. So then I had the mouse completely stitched in the called for color, and I hold it up again, and she's like, yep, still seeing only a dot. So it meant that the called for floss, this dye lot that I picked up for what the mouse was supposed to be, was a lot lighter. It's like almost the same as, I don't have it sitting here, I would show you. It's almost the same as this fabric.
Right.
And this is PTP Legacy in 40 count. And it's beautiful. Like, I love all the modeling and everything. It's great. But it just did not.
You cramped your style.
Yeah, it did. So I ripped out. I had all I had left was about half of his top body and his head and his tail. I had everything else done, and you couldn't see it. And so yes. So I switched it. This color is called for in the pattern, but it's called for one stitch. An entire overdyed skein called for one stitch of his eyeball. And so I changed it. I changed it to be the whole body. And I think it looks more like the picture.
It's cool to hear that you went from all called for.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like changed it up because you had to.
Yeah.
And it's the freedom that you have within the patterns that you get and you have and you do.
And it goes to show you like how different the dye lots are.
Absolutely.
Because you can even see in this picture the eyeball looks a lot darker than the mouse itself. And
not gonna happen this
that
time.
fabric does not look like this fabric, although it is the called for fabric.
Have you named the mouse?
So I have not named the mouse.
Are you going to?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so just a moment ago, I talked to you about how I was doing Overlooking Your Broken Fences with Stephanie. We started that sal many months ago, and I was just really dragging my feet on getting it done. I had like a really good start. I mean, you guys will remember this was my start.
Boom.
And then I ended up having to start over because I was off somewhere in this section, and I was gonna have to rip out that whole beehive And I was just like, I'm not here for ripping that much stitching out right now. I need to start over.
Sometimes you just have to walk away from your project for a day or two.
That's true. But this was like months of walking away, which was sad. Stephanie's had this almost done. We have this in our head that we want to finish at the exact same time, so they have the same finishing date. And then we want Jan Calvert to finish them for us.
Jan the finisher.
So Jan is the finisher. So here it is. So I have 15 stitches left to do. And tonight, Steph and I are going to hop on our little stitching room and finish that together. So we have today as the finishing date. So this is what it's supposed to be like. It is a Heart and Hand by Cecilia Turner.
Sweet
and
lady.
This was a collaboration with the Silver Needle. And it's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. It's beautiful. And so then, you know, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I am not going to put on there. It calls for beads under some of these flowers, and I'm not going to do the beads. I just love it the way it is.
Right.
So I have no idea how Jan's going to finish them. We're going to hand them to her and let her decide.
Let her do her magic.
But yes, so I just have 15. So I have these little bees that are in here to finish, and that is it. I'm really pumped about it.
You should be.
So that's tonight. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about haul. We have a little bit of haul. A very little bit. So I, Stephanie and Pam on their Flosstube this week had mentioned that that there were some openings in the So Much to Love Bag of the Month Club. And last week on our market video, I showed that we had gotten a stitchy gift from Karen at So Much to Love. She had made me the most beautiful bee bag. Her and Stephanie worked together on fabrics and stuff like that. And she sent me the most beautiful bee bag. And in talking with her and thanking her for that, she said, I actually have some openings. Would you be interested? And I jumped all over that.
Oh, she
and
did.
Then Pam and Steph this week announced, or last Sunday announced, whatever day it was, they announced that Karen also has some open. So we hopped on to that. And so this is our haul for that. So that's the adorable pattern. So stinking cute. This is Under the Rainbow from the Floss Box. And then this is, and if you've watched Pam and Steph's video, you've already seen this, but I love it. I just look at the inside of that. And then her signature heart. I love that. I love this lace on here. It's seriously beautiful. Beautiful. And then the little floss bag that comes with it. It doesn't come with it. I added that on. And then she always puts in a bag of stash tea. So we got that. And we got a couple of mints, which is great. And then the cutest, look at that, guys. It's a needle minder. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was really excited about that. I thought that was so incredibly cute. And I'm so glad that like we hopped in at a time where we could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we will be getting that for the rest of the year, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Awesome.
Okay. Now let's see. That's all of our haul.
That is
We
all
have
our
some haul coming from Keepsakes, but it's not here just
Not yet. Not yet.
So it will. Do you want to talk about these?
I would love to talk about this.
Okay, go ahead.
So we had some amazing friends that we met at market. Just phenomenal people. Apparently I was the last nudge that Koi needed
To start stitching.
Just amazing fellow. Just amazing people. Just cool. Easy to talk to. All the things that just an instant connection organically. Hashtag bearded stitchers. That's for you, Koi. And all the bearded stitchers out there, that's what we kind of took on our own.
Yeah.
He sent me my own project bag.
This is so cute with all the Harry Potter stuff.
Which I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yes.
If y'all didn't know. And it was just all the things that I would ever want.
Yep. So this is a little floss bag.
Yeah.
Cute. And then this is like an orc catcher. And then this is a needle minder that they made like with a button maker.
Yes. Awesome.
So stinking
Awesome.
cute. So
awesome,
cute.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. But they had reached out to you, right? Koi had reached out to you.
Koi reached out to me. He's like,
and
hey, I want to send
said,
you something.
hey, yeah, we want to send you something. Can you send us your address?
Sure, why not?
And we were thinking like they would send us. They have an online Etsy shop called the Crafter Emporium.
Check it out.
So it's Koi and Heather and Sarah. And Koi wrote the sweetest note about how he was, you know, Nathan was that like final push for him to start stitching.
It's an encouragement, right? That we want to be with other people. And,
yeah.
We can't just say it and not do it. And, you know, that's what we wanted to do. So
yes.
I appreciate it, Koi. It means a lot
what's
to
on
me.
your zipper? Your zipper pull.
Oh, it's the owl.
Oh my gosh.
It's the owl.
Can you see that? Probably not because my fat fingers are in the way.
Nicely done, to the point that I am waiting for a project that will sit in here.
That's so cool. So he got that one, and then I got this beautiful,
gorgeous.
Look at this. Look at the bees, guys. The flowers and the bees. And oh my gosh, like we never expect things to come to our PO box. We never ever would expect, like, that's not why we do this. We talk about that all the time too. Like, that is 100% not why we do this. But I could have never expected this from them. Like, this was
Very
so
sweet.
incredibly sweet. So here is my floss tag. Look at that sunflower. And these bees are like my favorite. And then of course my orc catcher and look how perfectly centered that needle minder is. Like, how does that happen? Teach me your ways. So
that's awesome.
And then again, they sent a very sweet note with it.
Very, very
and
nice.
So, and then my zipper pull is a pair of scissors.
Of course it is.
Which is so cute. So yeah.
So the Crafter Emporium, please check them out. Very nice
yes,
folks.
They do have some merch too, because Koi has a screen press.
Their bags,
super cool. So that's what I thought when Koi asked for our address. I was like, oh, I bet they're gonna send us bags, because we commented on how stinking cute they were.
Oh, they are.
And he was like, oh, I have a screen print that we were going to get rid of, but then we started this business, and so now we're doing that. So cute.
What intrigued me is that he has a screen press in his garage.
Yes.
And it was in the middle of winter, and he was sweating because the screen press was so hot.
It gets so hot.
So it was just something that we connected on. And hi, Scott. We didn't forget about you.
No, we did not forget. Yes. So yes, thank you guys so much. Check them out. It's the Crafter Emporium. I'll hold up the card. They are on Etsy, and it's Heather and Sarah. You can find them on Instagram as well.
Absolutely. And
so
there's the back of the card if you can actually see it.
Yep. Okay, the next thing of stitchy gifts that we got, which is so sweet. So in the common threaded stitcher, one of the day's post was your unicorn chart. I actually have a couple of unicorn charts. They're all samplers that I was really debating on doing for Sampler 2020. And I couldn't decide. And then it came down to which one could I actually get. And several of them could I. But anyway, so my unicorn charts, slow down, get your thoughts together here. Some of my unicorn charts are some of those samplers that I wanted to do for this year. Now, unicorn charts are different than Stitch Wish List. So today is your Stitchy Wish List. So what are just things that you just haven't gotten your hands on yet, but you want to. So whether that be like new market releases, things that were released last year, you know, things that are exclusive to like if you attended a certain retreat or something like that. And unicorn charts are like, what are you just like dying to have, can't find anywhere, out 10. Of print, like all those things. Right. Okay. So one of my unicorn charts was Stacy Nash Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so beautiful. And my friend Robin, who has been doing Common Threaded Stitcher, she is faithfully, and she's commenting on like everybody's post. Y'all probably know her.
How's your thumbs?
Yes,
Robin?
I think her Instagram is like Robin in Virginia.
Yep.
So she's commenting on so many. She is like all invested in Common Threaded Stitcher, and she's so sweet. And she messaged me and said, "Hey, send me your address, so that I can send you this." And I thought that was so incredibly sweet. So Tech Guy picked that up from the post office today, and I'm just so appreciative of that. So thank you, Robin, so much. This is so wonderful. And I cannot wait to kit it up. Like
today.
Yes, like I want to kit it up. And it actually doesn't call for that many colors. So I'm here for it. I'm
such
excited.
a beautiful sampler.
It is.
Just add another thing to the list, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I thought really quickly, and you don't even know this yet, since our video was just so out of focus last week, we're going to quickly run through our charts one more time since we've got you up really close.
And personal.
Yeah, so we're going to do that.
Cool.
All right, we're back. I wanted to grab all of our charts really quick since we're up close and it doesn't take that long.
Might as well share.
Then we can run through them and you can see them up pretty closely. Do you want to start with, let me start with my pile.
I would love for you to start on your pile.
Yes. Okay. So first off is the quilting bird from Heart and Hand. We got to have that lovely conversation with Cecilia and I just love it. And then she also has the stitching bird, which was a market release last year and super popular. So yesterday was National Quilting Day.
Yep, it was.
And so this would have been a great thing to start yesterday, except for I didn't have all the stuff. So, but it's coming.
All right.
Okay, the next one is Lucy Beam Stitch Always. And these are, we just have these in our file box back here. And we have a file folder for market releases. And so now they're not in any type of order. So that is Stitch Always from Lucy Beam. The next thing is a set from Jordan, Little Stitch Girl. And these are like a gingham set that she had. So very easy stitches here.
Something you want to whip up. You want to knock it out.
Yeah. Or just to have in my stash, if like friends of mine want to start stitching or anything.
What a great idea.
I just have it in my stash, like ready to go. It's very like introductory, cute. So, okay, then JB.
No French knots here.
No French knots here. Yes. No specialty stitches here. Yeah. So the next one is JBW, the Queen Bee, and Keepsakes actually has this model now. They purchased the model from JBW, from Judy, and I was super jealous, and I love it. So I'm gonna stitch that up. And we also have JBW's Christmas ornaments,
super cute,
which I will be doing over one, and I'm here for it. So excited. Another Heart and Hand. This is designed to go in her heartwear. I don't have any of her heartwear, but I'm gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna finish this yet, but I love it. It would be great for a smalls exchange. So, okay, then we have Honeysuckle Sampler from Lucy Beam. So cute. I'm a house person. We all know this.
We know this.
We know this.
That's your aesthetic.
It is my aesthetic.
But it might be changing.
True. Okay, another Lucy Beam is Be Merry. I thought this would be cute, either as an ornament or as a pillow to sit under my tree in my studio. Okay, when I was looking through all of the like new market releases, when I saw this one, and I don't remember if I saw it on Instagram too, or if I just saw it in our emails for shop owners and class presenters. I think that might be how I saw it, but I fell in love with it. This is so pretty. So this is Mandy to Donna Let Freedom Ring box, and I love it. I don't know that I will finish it as a box because I don't know how to do all that, but I love it. And then there's a thread keep and a set of pins to go along with it. The thread keep is backwards, but it says America 1776 on it.
It's cute.
Oh, I love it so much.
It's cute.
Yeah. So
it's pretty nifty.
Yes, so I will be stitching that. Then from the Nebby Needle, I got two patterns. This is the Bees of Summer. That only is 4 colors, guys. It only calls for 4 colors of floss.
That's wonderful.
And it's so cute. I love the round boxes. I love how this is finished. It's very much, that's what needs to go in my bag that I just got from the Crafter Emporium.
Hashtag finish goals.
Because it's got the flowers and the bees.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the birds and the bees. Okay, then for Votes for Women. I got that one also from the Nebby Needle.
Yes. Super cool.
Love that. Okay, then another, I told you guys these are not in any order. From Heart and Hand, I got Tomato Tart, which is another heartwear collection, but I love it. Love that. Okay. Then Annie Beez. I talked about Annie Beez last week on our channel, but I love every single one of their patterns. I walked in their room and was like, get behind me, Satan. I wanted every single one of them. So look at that. Bunny and Bee.
Cute.
Super cute. Like, I just finished, or I'm finishing tonight, that Heart and Hand Friendship Garden, and it had the bunny and the bees on it, and this also has the bunny and the bees on it. I'm here for it.
That's awesome.
Then also from Annie Beez, we have Christmas cookies, which are a couple of ornaments I'm super excited about. Then from Summer House Stitchworks, we have Chronicles.
And seeing this one up close
Yes,
in the model.
that picture does not do it. Like, the picture is beautiful.
Awesome.
It's absolutely beautiful. But
the actual model.
The actual model is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yes, it's it's a different aesthetic.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Yes. Then from Blackbird, I got the sewing book. Oh.
It's like it was the biggest hit at the market. One of the biggest hits at market.
Sewing Club. This is what sold me on this book right here. This sewing box. Because it's a house. It's called My Home Scissor Box, and I love it. Look at that. It's so pretty. I want to stitch. I need to stitch faster, I think. All right, then from Teresa Kogut, I got 2 patterns.
Wonderful lady.
Well, I got 2 patterns, and then she's shipping me a bunch more because she ran out.
All right.
So yes, there's Peaceful Snow and Joyful Scene.
Do you ever think, or you're gonna forget, like some of these patterns you're gonna have, and I'm just gonna slide them over?
No.
I think you're going to.
We do have a funny story when we get to a different pile here in a second from Market of ones we're waiting on the stuff to come from Keepsakes. We have a funny story about that. Okay, this is Nighttime in Old Town from Hello from Liz Matthews.
Wonderful, wonderful lady.
Oh, so cool. She's so cool. Okay, then we have Luminous Fiber Arts. I got Savor Every Stitch. This is from Misty, and she was so sweet. She was so sweet. And then we also got this one, So Tweet. She was just a lovely, lovely person. Like, she was just lovely in general.
Talk to her for
She
hours.
does all of her own photography, all of her own printing. I mean, everything. A lot of smaller designers do. And it's just wonderful to hear, like,
her passion in
yes,
needlework.
Yes. Okay, go through that, and then we'll go through these that we're waiting to kit up.
All right, so I'm loving the Open Road Abode. It's these postcards.
Yeah.
Can't really give you the other side because it's the actual pattern.
Yeah.
Super easy, super fun.
Yes.
Super simple. Not simple as in like a dig. It's just super simple. Just follow the pattern. No specialty stitches.
Love it.
Of course, this one I absolutely love.
Here, you can show the back of it.
Seasons.
Yes. So this has Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Halloween, and Christmas.
Yes. I'm here for it. It's something
There we go.
small. I love.
Oops.
I love it. Lucy Beam, Ghostly Guard. Of course, you know how you can probably bring it closer. The aesthetic of Halloween. I can't explain why. I just do it. Be Stitchy. I like this one. Really like it. Really like it. And then saw Cindy at Luhu Stitches. Acorn.
That squirrel.
Love it.
He loved that squirrel.
Love it. Love it.
For sure.
Love it. Love it. And then ABD Designs.
From Amy. She gifted us this, and he was so excited about the Hello Saturday, I Love You. So we're actually going to change it because, and we talked about this last week, but we have Friend Friday at our house. Everybody comes over and stitches, whoever wants to.
Or Friday Night Stitches.
Friday Night Stitches. So he's going to change Saturday to Friday, and so we'll be able to do that.
We're going to figure that out.
Yeah.
And Luminous Fiber Arts. I had to fight this from Kia.
Yes.
And it's not
Again,
my aesthetic.
from Misty.
Yes, from Misty. Not my aesthetic, but I saw the model and I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And I'm planning on finishing it just like this.
Yes.
So,
the model is gorgeous. So I talked about this last week. This is pallet wood. And then she's framed this and put that on top of the pallet wood. And then these eggs each dangle from the bottom. And on the back, she has the cutting instructions for how to make these eggs.
Phenomenal.
So fantastic.
Just so bright, so vibrant, something different from my aesthetic. And this has to be one of my favorite picks of Market. I know that's a very bold statement.
I'm so jealous of this one.
And you'll never, I mean, if you didn't watch last week's, this would be a shock to you. If you did watch last week's, just be surprised. This is the Hanes Sampler
from Annie Beez.
Annie Beez.
I'm so jealous he snatched this one. I'll trade some patterns. No, I won't.
No.
Because you will do this absolutely beautifully.
Yeah,
like, that will be so pretty.
Y'all, this is not my aesthetic, and I want it, and I want to stitch it.
I
So I can feel it
so
already
much.
of my aesthetic changing again. I'm not sure it's a maturity of my stitches. I think it's just the seasons that you stitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'll come back to different aesthetics. I'm not dropping what I'm doing right now. I'm not dropping Christmas lists by any means, because that thing is like nagging in my head that I have a huge piece that's still a whip. But it's cool to see my taste change. And of course you get a smorgasbord at markets.
Yes.
Of different styles, different aesthetics. You talk to designers and you're like, I didn't think about this, but I love you as a designer.
Yeah.
It makes me want to get this pattern.
Well, there was over 140 designers there. So to connect with each one of them was so cool.
Yes.
Honestly, so cool.
Yes.
Okay, so we went ahead and put in a call to Keepsakes, which is our LNS.
Yes.
Because we wanted to support them in some way during this time, which we talked about earlier in the show. And so we picked out some of our market favorites and sent them out to, we already have the fabrics, we think, but we sent them out for all the flosses. And so then when we get the floss in, we'll make sure that the fabric we have is going to be suitable, and we will do that.
This is also the pile that we're not sure who's going to stitch, but one of us is going to stitch it.
Yes. We know that you're stitching this one because you love it. This is Yonder from from Liz Matthews.
Of course. Like, I can't.
So he's going to stitch that Liz Matthews right away, and I'm going to stitch this Liz Matthews right away, which is Spring Quilt Tree. Because if y'all remember, she gave me a stand for this, and she has a phenomenal tutorial on her channel for how to finish these. Yeah. So
that whole conversation was so lovely.
So awesome. So that's, all these threads are coming. No, these are in a separate pile.
Oh, my pile?
No, all these threads are coming. And then also, I want to start Threadneedle Street.
Yes. And you've been looking at this for a minute.
Gosh. When I saw the very first either email or Instagram post come across that this was coming out, I texted Stephanie and she hadn't seen it yet. And I was like, dude, I'm doing this. I'm here for it. So
right there.
This was like on my top list. I have to start today.
Huh. Funny story on this one.
So this is our funny story. So this is actually in Tech Guy's haul from Market. But as we were picking out some of our favorites to kit up, you know, he is a monogamous stitcher. So he only chose one thing to go ahead and get all the threads for. I chose 3. And this one I totally stole from his Market haul because
you'll give it back.
I'm obsessed with it so much I can't wait to start stitching it.
Which I'm super stoked about.
So this is Spooky October from Misty at Luminous.
Who would have thunk it?
Luminous Fiber Arts. It's so beautiful, and saw it in person, and I just love it. And it's all in DMC, and I'm here for it. And I actually think I'm going to put it on the Avlia Grease fabric because I think it's going to be perfect. So speaking of that,
what a great segue.
Krista, I didn't bring the envelope in here, but Krista, we talked a lot about her last week at Avlia Fabrics, or I'm sorry, Avlia Embroidery Designs. She's a phenomenal person. She imports fabric from Greece, and it's this beautiful, like heavy, thick quality embroidery cross-stitch fabric. It's beautiful. It's a linen.
Good sensory
fabric. Wonderful sensory fabric. She talks a lot about how she works with local schools and her daughter's class. She has some on the spectrum autistic children, and she's taught them how to cross-stitch or embroider or meditative stitching, all of those things. And she sent us some fabric this week to try and dye. And so we are going to try and dye 4 different types of fabric in 4 different types of dyes, if you will. So we're going to get creative.
We're dabbling.
We're not dyeing fabric. Like, we were talking with Barbara at Market, and she was like, so now you guys are going to start dyeing fabric? And I was like, no.
But that was like the 3rd or 4th thing. We're like, we're going to just dabble. And she's like, are you doing this? I'm like, it's not a thing. I just want to Just
no,
try
but if we can dye some of our own fabric too, like this, like all I want is some good modeling for this. And I think that fabric is going to be perfect because the way this fabric works, and I've already started stitching on some of it,
Yes.
is that DMC lays on top of it.
Like a cake.
It does not distort. Like when you pull your needle through and a piece of linen, if you pull too hard, you're going to distort the holes, the fibers. Like it doesn't do that at all. And so it just is that much more vibrant. It's hard for me to explain,
Unless
but
you touch it, feel it, and
yes.
Yes.
So I'm pumped to have this go on that. So I cannot wait for the threads to come in.
I'm excited for her to. I see her aesthetic changing also. So there was a
True.
spooky house involved.
True.
She probably stitched that too.
True. So I definitely jacked that from him because I was like, but I think I want to stitch
That's
this.
fine. And I think that's the cool thing about our stash and about our haul.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we have our piles, but it's all goes in one box, right?
It really does.
It's not.
It really does. And like, if there's a mania thing he wants to start, I'm not going to be like, no, you can't start that. That's mine. No, because we share
It's just
ours.
fun to see.
I am, however, really excited to get this up. Thank you again, Robin, because I'm so excited about that.
Hi, Robin.
Yes. So, all right. Well, we will let you guys go. Thank you for spending your time with us this week. You know, we hope that you came to just kind of clear your head and refresh. So we are glad to be that outlet for you this week.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Say hi in the comment box.
Yes,
we would
absolutely.
we would love to hear from you. Pop in and out if you want to do Common Threaded Stitcher. I encourage you to pop in when you can with Common Threaded Stitcher. You don't have to start all the way from the back. I can't remember who the Instagram person was. It was like in the middle of the night, they were popping like day 2, day 15, day 12, and they're all over the place. And
Whatever
that's fantastic.
you want to post, whenever you want to post, it's totally fine. Like use the graphics, like do it, you know, tag us, tag the launch team so that we can keep up with you guys, because that's fun for us too. We are also forming new friendships within this whole community. And so it's just like so fun to go through.
We had a good laugh last night about someone's stash, and I can't remember.
Oh, I don't remember, but it was a big, and everybody was like, wow, I don't feel so bad about how much I have in stash now. Because it was pattern storage yesterday.
Oh, it was like,
that
okay.
was hilarious.
Yeah, and when you tag us, there is 8 of us in this launch team. When you tag us, all of us can see.
There are 9 of us, actually.
I can't.
9 of us total. So it's Tech Eye and I, and then we have Debbie and technically Kef from Snug Harbor Crafts. So Kef is on there as well. Then we have Pam and Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching. Then we have Brandy. She is Cooter on a Log on Instagram. We have Kyle Reckmeyer, who also has a Flosstube. Stitching and Sound. We have Jen Lee from Quirks and Stitches. And then we have Rika from House of Stitch and Stash, and she's out in Oklahoma. Yep. Did I get everybody? I think I did.
I always forget myself. That's why I'm always tagging myself.
Yeah, so yes, there are 8 others, but 9 including
yourself. I have to run through my make sure I get everything.
So we are still going strong. We're today's the 22nd, and so we still have 9 days left. So jump in if you can and meet some new stitchers and new friends, and it's just really interesting. Yeah. It's really interesting to see the things that we all have in common. So
that we wouldn't have known about each other.
Correct. Very correct.
So
yes.
Not in the bio, but down below, right?
Yes. So also I have picked our winners for the 25,000 giveaway, and all of those have been contacted. If you have sent me an email thus far, I can assure you I have gotten it. I just have not responded to all of them because we're still trying to figure out what shipping looks like in this crazy time. So we are gonna try really hard to get those out by the end of the month. Just, you know, please bear with us as we're still trying to navigate what life looks like for us right now, as well as everyone else.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the Hive. Please let us know in the comments below what you think of this new setup, how you were able to see things close and far away, and all of those things.
Please let us know, because
because this is, I mean, at the end of the day, we want to, you only have so many hours in your week, and you choose to spend this time with us, and we want to respect that and make it as good for you.
Absolutely. Just let us know. You know, all comments are good for me, for us, and so we can adjust and make it better for you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us in the Hive this week, and y'all have a great one.